Hello, just waiting for the audio to catch up. Hi, it's going to be video 718, and it's Christmas day night. We said Christmas Eve Eve. No, it's Christmas night night, and we'll make a quick video. I'm not sure exactly what the name of it's going to be. I wanted to say I've been replaced, but I don't know if that's not really accurate. But my daughter spent the morning with me in the day, and I was going to take her over to my ex's for Christmas, and I did so. I dropped her off and kind of drove, thinking about, ooh, I've got the night off. What am I gonna do? And I wanted to make some videos and just relax. And I got a phone call, ring, ring, ring. Hey, Karen, um, I left Virginia. I left, the Christmas present on the kitchen table. Can you bring it to me? And I said, well, sure. So got it, went, turned around, drove back, and showed up with the Christmas present. And she waved me in, and I was like, oh, I don't want to go in. Uh, but I went in, and they were like, oh, come on in, have a seat, sit down. Can I get you something to drink? Very hospitable, very nice. And before I could say anything or do anything, I was on the couch sitting next to my ex-wife, watching her open up Christmas presents with her fiance. And I didn't really know how to I didn't really know how to process it. It was an unexpected situation. And had I been invited previously, like, would you like to come over and open up Christmas presents? I would have said no, thank you, but I would prefer not to come over and open up Christmas presents. And not because I'm a mean bitch. I may be a bitch. I'm not mean, but I'm trying to establish a little bit of a boundary, a little bit of a bubble, a little bit of a boundary between my relationship and my daughter and my ex's relationship with my daughter and her fiance. I want them to have a family bubble. That's their family. And Katie, my daughter and I are our family. And the bubbles kind of come together, but they don't really merge into one. And again, not because I'm a mean bitch, um, just I feel kind of like it just doesn't feel. I don't. It's hard for me to articulate. I just don't want to sit and watch my ex-wife and her fiance kissy kissy lovey dovey exchange presents, and not because I'm a bitch. It's just it's like running to a girl you used to date at a party and she's with her new boyfriend, and you don't you don't go and hang out and do stuff with them. um you know it's like you just want to, it's like, it's the woman I used to fuck. I don't but not to be too lewd or crass, but they're very civil, and I definitely will count my blessings. It's definitely better to be on good standings and be invited than the other side of it, which is to be mocked or to be unappreciated or to be maliciously treated and not invited. You know what I'm saying? I know I got it pretty good, but there's just a part of me that's just like, I just don't want to do it. I don't want to be around it. I'm not against it. I just, you do your thing and let me do my thing. And I think I've made mention about this before. You know, I've I think I'm in for some choppy waters up ahead when it comes down time to get in a relationship or be with someone other than my daughter. My daughter and I are parent child. My daughter's going to graduate and go off to college. I'm going to be by myself, and I probably will enjoy, or experience, I should say. I probably will experience a couple years of being on my own, you know, and then we'll see if there's room for somebody else. Part of me, I once bitten, twice shy, as the saying goes. I don't necessarily know if I want to be married to someone else again. It's nice to have another warm body around, like maybe a roommate, but I don't know if I want to be legally bound to someone again. It was quite a horrendous experience to be disentangled in my current situation. And, obviously, I've had problems with child support and everything else, getting child support. And I don't want to get in that entanglement again. I want to be able to, be free, and that's part of transitioning too. Um, part of experiencing life and everything. I want to experience life as a single woman, and don't misunderstand me. I love my daughter. I'm so into my daughter's life and what she's doing and her hopes and dreams, and I want to help her launch, where my parents didn't. My parents slowed down the car and let me, jump out. They didn't there was no transition. There was no handoff. There was no baby bird, let me help you out. It was zoom, throw you out of the nest, and then we're going to move the nest. When I graduated high school and I went off to college, my parents moved to a whole other city. You know, and so it was like, you know, bridges were burnt. I couldn't go back. Not that I would want to, but anyway, short of it is, I want to be able to give my daughter the support that she may need to launch successfully. And that may be 2 or 3 years after she graduates. Her first 2 years in college. I don't know what she's going to do. Um, I've kind of playing with the idea that when she graduates, I'm going to move up to Wisconsin. And, that's kind of what I want to do. And she's welcome to come up there with me and go to the University of Wisconsin or establish a residency and then go. I don't necessarily know, but I want to experience being a woman, being a single woman. Not had a chance to experience that yet. I've been a single mother, um, but I got to be home by a certain time. I've got responsibilities. I've got to maintain the house. I've got to cook food. We've got to do homework every night. It's some of my other friends, who don't have kids. Two incomes, a married couple, a double income, no kids. Oh, oh yeah, we're gonna go out to we're gonna up to Boulder this weekend, and we're gonna go. This was before the virus. And we're gonna go skiing up in Aspen, and whatnot. And we want to get ready because we want to get the cabin ready. You know, down in Gatlinburg, we want to get the cabin cleaned out. And I'm gonna buy a new four-wheeler this year. So it's like same planet, two totally different worlds. If you have a double income and no kids. Um, versus a kid in a single income or just a single income. There are things that they're doing I could only dream. And the benefits of being in a relationship, I suppose, someone, double income. I mean, in addition to morals, I mean, obviously, I'm being very materialistic here, but moral support, someone to say, hey, how was your day? And we'll listen to you bitch and complain. Yeah, da da da. Not Facebook shit, not work relationships. Oh, everything's fine. How are you? Yeah, it was a really rough day today. Amanda was really selfish and, do 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 do, and you have someone listen and understand and I'm sorry to hear that you had a rough day. I know you've said that before. How about popcorn and a movie tonight? We'll kind of forget about it, and I'll massage your shoulders, or something not necessarily sexual, but just, hey, I'm a friend, I want to help you out, that kind of a thing. And so I don't know where I'm driving with all this. I'm just kind of rambling, but I, I want to experience that. I want to experience that. And then, something else that I kind of want to experience, but I'm kind of afraid to experience it, is the chase. I've mentioned that, the chase, when someone woos you, someone not stalks you, but someone pursues you as a romantic instrument. A guy, wants to get to know you and take you out to dinner, and dating, pursuit. I want to be wooed. Woo me, woo me. Woo. I want to be chased. I want that pursuit. Um, to experience it from the female side of it as opposed to the male side, which I failed at, except for once. Um, you know, um, part of me is kind of afraid of that because, you get the things on Facebook from someone you don't know, and I had one. It was on my phone, and they were friends with like two or three other people that I knew, and I'm like, oh, well, maybe it's a new friend. I'm being nice, and it would turn out it was a hacker account, and the first thing out of them was "Hello, sweetheart," and I'm like, no. But part of me was like, for a minute, my heart was a flutter. It was like, well, someone is interested in me. Yeah, it's probably some Russian hacker or something, but for a minute, I'm like, oh, hey, I got an invitation to the party. Even if you don't go, it's nice to get an invite to the party, right? Um, and tonight, while I was sitting there, kind of captive, I was reminded of, what it is like to be married or in a relationship with someone that you care about. And I'm not jealous of it. I'm not jealous of it. And I'm not even sure I'd say I'm envious of it. But, there's a part of me, again, because you can have it as friends. You can be friends with someone and they be interested in you. And, again, it doesn't have to be a romantic thing or a sexual thing. Just, hey, how did that work out for you? You told me a couple weeks ago you were having trouble with your mom or your work. How did that go? Just that social interaction that I think, I know, as long as I've been alive, I've never had. You know, I don't know if I've made mention of this before. When I was in college, um, one year I worked as a resident assistant, and they got me a birthday cupcake and sang happy birthday to me on my birthday at a meeting near my birthday. And I actually kept the napkin from the cupcake and put it in my scrapbook, my photo album, because that was the first time someone had done something nice for me and acknowledged me as a person, you know. And I still have that in the other room there. Um, so again, it's nice to have that social interaction, and I'm very happy that my ex has found a fiance. I wish them the best of luck in the world. I hope that one day too, I'm in a similar situation. I have a fiance, maybe. Like I said, again, just someone who's got my back. You know, and that's one thing about, and maybe it's hard for me to sit there with my ex and her fiance because I feel like I'm back in my old role. I'm the ex-husband. You know, I'm there. I'm the father of the child. I'm there because of my daughter, and that makes me the father. She's the mother, and I'm back to that wallflower. I don't know, but I'm very happy for them, and I can only hope that maybe someday I'll be in a similar situation. I'll have a fiance. I don't know, or someone in my life. Again, I don't know. And that, please don't take that as poo poo caca for other my friends that I have. I've made some friends this year. Katie asked me that the other day. She said, why don't you go hang out with your friends? And I said, well, sweetie, I'd love to hang out with my friends. I said, but um, it's COVID. I said, I actually have friends now. And she said, well, what do you mean? I said, well, baby, I said, for years I was a fake person and I couldn't be myself. I said, and so, I was sociable, but I have friends now. And I told her, I said, if we didn't have this virus going on, I said, I probably would be inviting people over here to play D&D. I said, we got the big table. I said, it wouldn't be as fun as the computer, but, I said, I would be inviting people over just to socialize. And I have a very big rule. I only play D&D with people that I socialize with, people that I would invite into my house, people that I would be comfortable watching my daughter if I had to run to make an errand. I don't play D&D with just anybody. I don't. Yeah, I mean, you have to play D. If we play D&D, especially running a game, I don't. Again, I don't just let anybody come in to that inner world. And again, I feel a strong connection with everybody that we're playing D&D with now. Um, you know, um, again, like I said, I want to do birthdays. I want to do holidays, 4th of July, get together, maybe play D&D for an hour and light off fireworks. I mean, it's that social interaction that we don't have now because of the COVID. But, again, and maybe that's part of what I was saying a couple minutes ago about wanting to be a single woman again, you know, which again I will have as Katie gets older and she's at work, or you know what I mean? It's like the more she becomes a teenager who's more interested in her friends than me, um, again, it's we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. So I just have to be patient, I suppose. Anyway, I've gone on a little longer than I wanted to. So I just want to say, wish you the best of luck in your transition. And if you are ever in the situation like I was tonight, where you're kind of the ex and you're just kind of sitting there going, uh, yeah, I don't want to watch kissy kissy. I mean, but anyway, till next time. Bye bye. Take care.